Bit of RiderCamTV merch there, which you can get from our website, which is really, really good.
Yeah, ridercamtv.com/merch.
Excellent. There you go. Right, what we're going to talk about today is something that is very, very important if you own a BMW Navigator 6.
Yeah, get rid of it, get an XT. Job done. That's not what you want to say, is it?
Not really, no. Right, I've been on a few, there's forums and all sorts of things with the BMW UK Owners Club or whatever it is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Loads of people putting down there saying, my Nav 6 doesn't work, it starts ghosting. We all know what we're talking about when we're saying about ghosting. My GPS, and this is my fifth Nav 6, my fifth Nav 6.
It's all very confusing.
I've had refurbished ones, I've been given new ones by Garmin. Garmin know there is an issue with the Nav 6.
But refuse to fix it.
Because there's obviously a new one coming out at some point, we'd think. But it is pretty garbage. And what happens is the screen, when you're riding along, it looks like somebody else is on your screen. You know, when you go on those, what is it, when somebody goes into your computer and goes, oh yeah, I'll just work around.
Oh, what, remote access?
Remote access.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's got that on your GPS and it goes, you get a picture of the Earth. So you're obviously on there somewhere, but the Nav 6 doesn't know where you are. And then it changes screens randomly and then you set it all up again. People say pull the battery out, you know, rub the screen. Even a dealer told us to actually suck the screen, didn't he? Suck the screen off, because it's about the two layers for the touch screen getting clamped together and all that old rubbish. Yeah. Anyway, it's very frustrating for a lot of people. So I was looking on the website, on the Facebook page, and this guy came up and said he's found a place in Germany that does it, called GPS Staion. They're in Germany, and he got his sat-nav fixed. So, bizarrely enough, on my last trip last year, 2022, in Croatia, my sat-nav started playing up in the last 4 days, and I managed to get to the end of the trip, and then it died on me. Contacted this guy, Adrian, who's a technical guy there in Germany, and said, can you fix it? Of course they can. It costs £189 to have it fixed. So it was a one-off payment. That includes your postage there and back. They take it for about 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that, to fix it all up, depending on how many, obviously, units they're fixing. And he's asked us not to say exactly what they do, but for you to look at their website and see what they do. They seal the screen, which apparently is an issue.
They've got to take it out first then.
You've got to send the GPS without the battery over there. They seal the screen.
Yeah.
They do something with the actual touchscreen itself. They clean up all the battery terminals. They reformat it and do all sorts of stuff, but it's all on their website. I can't go into the technical details because obviously it's commercial in confidence, isn't it? But you can see exactly what they do, and they fix it, and it comes back, and I think it's exactly the same. However, you don't get those issues with it.
Okay.
It seems different. I don't know what they've done to it.
How long have you been using it then? Since it's been back?
I've had about a month now.
And you've not had any issues at all?
No.
So what seems different? Do you want to start it up?
Well, there's nothing different as you look at it. I mean, you'll see when it starts up. It's exactly the same. Nothing.
It seems a little bit more responsive when you press it, actually.
I don't know, because I don't know what.
That's really quite quick. I don't remember my Navigator 6 being that quick.
I don't know. So it just seems a little bit different. Anyway, so they clean it all up, they sort it all out, they seal all this up, because garbage gets behind the screen, apparently. It was one of the things he told me about. And they guarantee it.
Wow.
Which is pretty good, because Garmin aren't guaranteeing their work, are they? You know what I mean? They're saying, yeah, it's all right. Have another one, because that's broken.
Well, we've heard about the faff that I had with Garmin.
Exactly. So the way I looked at it, it was 189 quid. It's not cheap.
No, on top of the £700 it costs to buy it.
Exactly, but you know, this is my fifth now.
Yeah.
Refurbished ones, and they're not working. So I said, that in my head I was saying, I'll pay 189 quid. If it works, brilliant, because there is a guarantee with it. If it doesn't work, then I'll be buying an XT, and this will be consigned to the bin. So I'm very pleased with it. and we'll see how it goes on tour.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Garmin are a multi-global company that make these amazing devices, and for me, and I know for you, TomTom, if somebody gave me a TomTom, I'd set it afire and probably dance around it as it was on fire, because they're hideous things. There are a lot of people that like them, so I'm not knocking you, but from my point of view, they're the worst sat-nav to ever grace this planet, unfortunately, because they used to be the best ones.
Yeah.
Garmin, their system works really, really well. But when you're working with a company like BMW, whose fault is it? Is it BMW's for not saying, let's update this and give the people that spend a shed ton of money on motorbikes that like these things, let's update it and give them some decent stuff? Or are they just creaming off the money that they get from the joint workingship with
No
Garmin?
idea.
Because nobody seems to care
But
about us bikers, though, do they? You know, this is a bit of a rant, but nobody seems to care about us bikers having something that actually works. They know there's a problem. It's been a problem for years. Fortunately, there's a company like GPS Staion that have popped up that can sort it out. But if they can sort it out, why can't Garmin get it right in the first place?
I know, exactly right. But
Sorry.
let's get on. Finish with your rant, mate. Let's get on about GPS Staion. So you have to pay the money before you can do any send it off and all the rest of it. You know, before they send you the bits of paper to the labels and all that. And you have to do it by a bank transfer. If you're in the UK, to bank transfer to, you have to have what do they call them? It's a code. Oh God, I can't remember it for the life of me. Anyway, you have to use this code which they send you,
Right.
and your bank won't like it.
Oh, okay.
Because you're sending money out of the UK, and they're saying, "Oh, we're not sure it's the right place. Do you trust this user?" and all that.
Right.
You have to say yes. It took a bit. It was a bit of a faff to get it done, and unfortunately, if you're doing this bank transfer into Europe, you've got to do it before 3:30 in the afternoon. Otherwise, you lose a day, and it doesn't go through till the following day.
Wow.
I unfortunately learnt that by doing it on a Friday afternoon. It got to 25 minutes to 4, so I'd gone past the R3,
Yeah.
and then it didn't get paid until the Monday. But I sent it.
Yeah.
The actual box when on the Saturday. It's just a faff, a bank faff, and they're obviously worried about money laundering. 199 quid, I suppose.
Well, it's one of those amounts that, yeah.
it's an odd number, 189 quid, so it was a bit of a strange number. So, I can't remember, God, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the code you have to use, not a SIN code.
It'll be a code that they tell you about throughout the process.
Oh, yeah. And it's really, and the instructions they give you are really detailed. Now, my problem with this GPS was I sent it away in September, and because of the postal strikes in Germany and in the UK, okay, I didn't get it back till just before Christmas, which is it was a bit of a nuisance, but it got stuck in German customs for a long time.
Okay.
And then it got stuck in British customs, not for any reason, anything that was naughty, there wasn't anything wrong. It was just the fact that there were postal strikes on it, and it was a problem. So hopefully that'll be...
and all the postage is insured anyway, too.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And I contacted Adrian, and he said, you just have to wait, there's issues going on. So very patiently, but it got here, and I'm happy with it.
Brilliant. And you've not had any problems, which is great, because that's the one thing that we as tour guides need, isn't it?
Yeah. So, GPS Staion, very happy with them. Get onto them. I did speak to them and say, if we make this video, you do realise there'll be a lot of people who'll be sending their sat navs to you. And he said, yeah, it's not a problem. We can deal with anything.
Fantastic.
So, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that old malarkey. And we'll put a link to GPS Staion, probably a screenshot of their site. And they do all sorts of things, repairs and everything else. So get in touch.
Thanks for making Mark a happy rider
Happy
again.
boy!
Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't Garmin, but thanks GPS Staion.
Yeah. Cheers now.